What ego tells you versus what your body knows. This is the whole ego versus intuition conversation. I wanted to talk about some things that I noticed when I'm reflecting back on my trip to London. I did everything in my power to be fully present with my family during the time that I was there. But as I was reflecting back, I realized, my ego and my body were in completely different conversations. On the second night that I was there, I took the tube all by myself for the first time. And I noticed how anxiety-ridden I was. My ego was saying things like, just follow the crowd, do what they're doing. And my body was saying, slow down, look at the signs. But I just went with my ego right away. And I know better. This is one of the most important things that I teach, is learning how to make decisions from your intuition, not from your ego. And so it was really interesting that I noticed it kick in, like get triggered and activated when I was there. So what I ended up doing the next time I was on the tube is exactly that. Slowing down, paying attention to the signs, following the City Mapper app that I was using. But I just want to have a conversation about this because, like I said, this is one of the most important things that I teach. And adopted people especially have a hard time with this distinction. We are conditioned to override what our bodies are feeling and to just adapt and perform even when we aren't feeling it. So we read the room and we respond to what the environment needs from us versus what we need for ourselves. So when I say things like, what does your body know? Or where do you feel that? For a lot of us, that question feels impossible to answer because we have learned to disconnect from that. So here's how to tell the difference. Ego usually speaks first. It's loud, it's insistent, it has an agenda, it usually sounds like a should. Intuition is quieter. It's more like a knowing. It doesn't argue, it just waits. Hence the reason I needed to slow down. So listen to that still small voice that sometimes feels illogical. I'm going to talk about this in a podcast episode soon because I think it's actually really important. I feel way more clearer when I'm not listening to that urgent, forced voice, when I'm listening to that still small voice. This was actually one of the first things I ever created when I was starting to build my business. It's an ego versus intuition guide, and I'd love to share that link with you. So just comment ego and I'll send that to you guys. Thanks for listening.